Hey everybody, thanks for watching. I am in Long Beach and I'm doing a FaceTime right now with Andre Panet-Raymond. Say hi, Andre.
Hi everybody.
Andre, where are you right now?
I'm in Chapel Hill, North Carolina right now, Brendon.
Andre is going to be doing the Be Better Golf School at Terra in Palmetto, Florida on March 9th and 10th. Andre, tell us a little bit about, you and I have been working together over the last couple weeks on some, Andre's a expert in the mental game of golf and performance of golf. Andre, tell us a little bit about your history in the game and also and kind of where you are at now.
My history in the game, I've been a PGA professional, been a member of the PGA since 1995. I got educated as much as I could to become a master professional, but in my undergrad in college, I was in psychology, and then I went to grad school. I did it online so that way I could get some more higher education for sports psychology. So I've fused the two together, the golf and the game of the mind, specifically getting more to the mental game than anything with respect to visualization. And now, after 40,000 hours of experience working with people, it's really been a blessing to see what's happening and things are coming to fruition in a beautiful way.
Andre, my camera is blocking you a little bit, so back up just a little bit from the computer. There you go, perfect. That's perfect. So one thing I wanted to ask you about, so in the mental game of golf, like, what do you think percentage-wise, or how much can people improve just by changing the way they think?
To put a number on that is challenging, but there is definitely improvement to be made for all levels of the game. If I was going to say which area of expertise would benefit the most, like a beginner versus a professional, I'd say that all levels are definitely going to have a growth that they can notice. But more of the better players, once they're talking about mid-80s and lower, they're gonna really be able to take the game to the course in a better way because they've already got the mechanics and the skills developed to strike a golf ball consistently. For the for the higher handicap players, the less experienced, then it's not as much of a visual attack as it is a control the emotion attack. So for the better players, we're getting more into the visualization and then understanding how to quiet the mind and take it to the course.
Yeah, the core audience of Be Better Golf is definitely the person who's been playing golf for a long time and just feels kind of stuck, like they just are not getting any better, and they're on YouTube looking for ways to get better. So, like I said, you and I have been working together, and that's what we're going to do tonight, work a little bit together, but not really on my swing at all. We're really Tell people a little bit about what we've been doing on FaceTime and stuff as we're getting prepared for our school.
Yeah, well, it's interesting because it is on your swing, but it's on your swing under Tony's tutelage. So knowing what it is that you're looking to do, what you're looking to take care of, you know you didn't want to get your hands as deep in the backswing, and you know you didn't want your hands coming over at the top, yeah, exactly, and laying it off from there in the transition. So those two things that were that are irking you and that Tony's discussing with you is what we're looking to have an impact on through our approach. Now our approach is slow motion, know what it is that you're looking to do, keep the movement pattern happening, develop the movement pattern in super slow motion. This is people learn how to play violins and piano and vocal lessons. Slow motion has been useful and valuable to learn the new movement pattern, especially once you start getting older. At the age of 45 and older, our anatomy internally is challenged. This myelin product that comes from a cellular generation is no longer as much available to us as we were kids, so we can't learn habits as fast. So once we're looking to get some new motor skills, it's not as easy as when we were 20. Now we're 30, 40, 50, 60, and we're trying to form new habits. That becomes challenging. This is a process that's been shown useful and valuable for developing new technique. But then to take it from that side of the brain that does the development, which is our left side, and flip it into the right side of our brain to let it go without any hesitation, that's where we bring in the second part of our training, where we bring in either a mantra, bring in a tempo count, or in our case, we had you do a steady hum. Just keep humming, so that way you're focused on that, keeping the hum steady without letting any kind of tension come in, was distracting you from thinking about what you had just thought about prior in the slow motion technique swing.
Have you seen, I don't know, in the research or whatever else, have you seen, like, so when somebody's learning something new, is that myelination?
Yes. When you know what they say, when cells fire together, they wire together. And as they continue to fire together, they continue to wire deeper and stronger. So what happens is that myelin sheath wraps that axon and makes it more hardwired, so the information goes faster and more accurately.
So, Andre, when somebody's doing something very slow, are they myelinating more than when they're doing it just quick, or is it just the time of it?
So the science shows that after an errant shot or an errant move, so say you hit a golf ball and you don't like the way it went.
Yeah.
Well, that's the time that you're looking to put your swing in the place that you want it to be. So after error, they say, if you go and repeat what it is you're looking for in a deeper form of practice, in this case, slow motion, getting it right, you're telling your body, this is the way I want to do it. The speed is going to come with a repetition and a competence. It's an amazing thing that happens, that you can actually see experience change so quickly when you then let that go from the conscious mind of the left brain to the unconscious mind of the right brain.
So you've had success with some of your players doing this you've been doing this for like 6 years now or more.
Yes, and it's of the 30 years I've been teaching, it's all I've been doing. I've had my own academies for 30 years. I won't do it any other way now. Every student I have experiences it. So that's why now Tony and I are looking to get data on this and really put it out and hopefully publish an article on it. It'll be exciting.
Yeah, you guys are going to be doing a study on this kind of protocol and to get some unbiased data on whether or not it's working and what it's improving.
Exactly. Now, I am biased, but that's why I'm always asking my students what they think. Of course, since I'm the one that I'm putting it out there, they're gonna want to show bias, so we need to do it in an unbiased lab. That's why I'm really excited about that.
Okay, so we're going to get into it right now, everybody. Stay tuned.
Right.
And so what would you like to see first? Let's just let people see kind of what we've been doing. Okay.
You know, like we did the other night, hit a couple shots. Have you hit shots yet tonight?
Just like 3.
All right, hit like 10 shots or whatnot, and then while you're hitting them, just rank them on a scale from 1 to 10. What do you think about the shot?
All right. That was like a 2.
Can you, Brendon, can you aim to the right a little bit so your foot line is down the line of the camera?
Okay, yeah. Like that?
Well, after you hit this next shot, I'll tell you if your foot line was in line with the camera. You'll appreciate that later when you look at your own swings. That's nice.
like a 6.
Does that seem like it's blocked right a little bit? Is that blocked right a little
Yeah,
bit?
it was blocked right and weak fading a little bit. That was the same shot. That was the same shot, just a little bit better version, like a 7 or so.
All right, so let's stop there. Might as well stop right there.
All right.
You got a 2, a couple of 6s, and a 7, and the last 3 shots have been blocked right. Right now, what you want to do is you want to get up, you want to do your slow motion swing, and on the down swing, you know what you're doing. You're getting that club not so laid off, but as you come through, you might soften up your grip pressure, for example. Maybe that's why the club face is still a little open, the hands aren't releasing because they're a little tight. Who knows?
Yeah.
But get that club rotating a little bit through impact in slow motion. And then after that slow motion swing, within 10 seconds, you know what to do. Create your steady hum.
Yeah.
Focus on that 100%. And then after you hit the shot, I'm going to ask you if you're focused on the hum 100%, not how you're swinging the club. Let's see what happens.
Okay, so I'm gonna make a slow motion swing here, super slow motion, and just focus on what I'm trying to do.
Right.
Yeah. Pretty well focused on the hum there. I'd say like a 7.5.
All right.
Yeah.
That didn't go right. Let's do it again. That's good. That's the best ball strike so far?
Yeah. That was a little bit better than my other 7.
Good. Notice that he's doing it with the ball in the way, like he's actually making the contact. That's it. That's the way we want to do it.
Yeah, down in impact, I heard the hum got a little louder. So it was a little bit of tension right down near the bottom. A little bit of hit into it. Do it again.
Scale from 1 to 10?
Concentration on it was like a 6. It started out real well, but then in transition I lost my concentration on it.
And how about the ball strike? From this angle, it looked like the ball strike was pretty good. Was it solid, or how was that?
It was okay. It was like a 6.5. It was overdrew.
Okay.
Yeah. Do it again.
Yeah, it's not going right.
Yeah. That was like an 8 for both. That was like an 8 strike and an 8 concentration.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
You keep that process going, and you know what you might want to do is, I think it's important for the player to verify for themselves that it's making a difference.
Yeah.
Because unless they wholeheartedly experience it, then there's not going to be a belief in it.
They'll
If
quit
there's
on
no
it.
belief in it, then it won't have a chance. So I'm all about the guy finding out, hey, does this make a difference for me? But it's not quite as simple as just like, all right, what we're talking about. It's kind of, we're getting down to the bare bones of it, but it certainly is a whole lot more effective when there's somebody right there training you, having you walk through it,
Oh, yeah.
know what it is that needs to be adjusted. So as you're working a slow motion swing and you're doing your tweaks with Tony or yourself, those are the good little things that are going to be useful and valuable for those that come to the school, because they're then really getting the tweaks at the same time as the mental delivery. Then we take it to the course and it's a home run.
All right, I'm gonna try it with driver now.
Sounds good.
Cool. So let's get my real tee. So any difference with driver, Andre?
Well, no, as you experienced the other night, it was pretty fun watching you hit a 10 after you did it.
Yeah. The strike was super solid. It did go left a little bit. The other night, you and I were talking a little bit about when you're doing this, like kind of the balance you feel in your slow motion swing, trying to bring that into your regular swing. Or we were talking something about balance. And that one I did feel off balance a little bit.
Balance is a key. It's one of the biggest things for me. So you just want to make sure that you're being balanced the way your coach tells you, the way Tony tells you, be balanced as best you can.
Yeah.
On a scale from 1 to 10, how was your hum? How focused, on a scale from 1 to 10, how focused were you on the hum staying steady during the entire swing?
I felt pretty focused on that one, like about an 8.5 or so. I hummed. I hummed a lot louder that time, which I think was good to do, especially on a busy range like this.
Okay, good.
So try one more time.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was a lot better. I drove the range this time, so that was good. The strike was like a 9, and the focus on the humming was about a 9.5. It was a louder hum, and I really tried to keep it the same level. Like if I saw the waveforms, I really tried to keep it the same level. And
Excellent.
like you're saying, like I can see some kind of correlation between how steady my hum stays and how good the shot was, for sure.
It's I've got unbelievable results from it, but it doesn't matter because they're mine and they're not truly done in a scientific way, just my own experience. But I do want to ask you a question. Are those the first 2 driver swings you took today?
Oh yeah. I've been in an editing bay at my real job for 10 hours a day.
Usually, when you get out and hit golf balls with your driver, are the first couple of shots pretty good, or I mean? Like,
with the irons, they're always the same. They're always thin and weak, like the ones you just saw, and then I get into it, and then they get better. With the driver, same thing. I always catch them real low on the face and kind of wimpy at first, and then I get into it. So, for my first 2 or 3 swings with the driver, that's definitely good.
Nice. And also what was noticeable in our experience was you took your 4 warm-up shots. You had your numbers, I think a 2, 6, 6, 7, and then you and they were last 3 were right straight. 3 rights in a row.
Yeah.
You did a slow motion, and you did after every slow motion you did hit another one right afterwards.
Right.
Which is kind of cool. So the thing about it is this: is like there's definitely something being done. There's something here. There's something to this, and with the experience that we have, we can help guide you to what tweaks need to be made within this context of the system. Slow motion, left brain. Take it into the right brain with a distraction tactic as we're using, or tempo, which we'll probably be using in Florida. It's even better. I'll turn you on to that. But I think that it's really going to be a fun opportunity for people to get their game working on the course as well as it does on the range, especially with the tweaks that you guys can be making with them down there in their physical games, their mechanical games.
Yeah, that's why we're really excited about our March 9th and 10th school in Palmetto at Andre's club, Terra, because it's really about bringing it from here, the practice area, to the actual course. So that's why we brought in Andre because a lot of times, Andre, like, you've probably seen this as a teacher, like, people, they have good swings when they're with their teacher, but they just don't stick. You always find golfers reverting back to what was always, their norm. So how do people break that cycle?
There has to be a new pattern put together. So if you keep on doing what you've been doing, you're going to have to keep on getting what you've been getting.
Yeah.
It's that simple. So the question is, can we get people to break out of their mold that is not helping them get to the next level and help them build a new highway, a new direction, a new roadmap of thought that gets them to actually think less. It's kind of a paradox. Nonetheless, once we get them to break their old habitual thinking, create a new way of thinking, then it's up to them to take it home and work a new habit of processing. We're working a lot of new habits with the swing, a lot of new habits, swing motion, etc., etc. But the same repetition is necessary for the new habit of thought and processing. So we can bring it to them. We can give them the water, lead them to the water, but they're going to have to take it home with them and then put it to repetition. And that'll really be the key.
Yeah. So you guys can sign up for our school. It's going to be Andre, who's on the phone now, Tony Luczak, PGA, the founder of ReactionaryGolf.com, and myself will all be there. And really going to be exciting. Oh, that was a 10. That was really good. That was really good. It was like, you know what I did? I did a little bit differently there. I mean, maybe this isn't exactly what I should be doing, but I was really concentrating on the hum, but I was just concentrating on the hum and trying to make a fast version of what I had done in the slow motion. You know, I was just trying to do that. Like it was hum, and it was a little bit in the past of what I had done before. You know, so my focus on the hum was high, but I was also kind of thinking of, you know, the making like a zippier, like a sped up version. So
my question is this. Did you consciously do that before you started swinging the club, or did you experience that you did that after you were done with the swing?
No, so in the transition from after I did the slow motion swing, and then before I actually hit the shot, I felt a thought come in about my right arm or something I've been working on in my swing, and I've said, no, forget it. I'm not gonna think about that kind of technical thing. I'm just gonna do my slow motion swing that I just did fast and concentrate on the hum. And then I just concentrated on the hum. So so that was kind of, we had this epiphany the other night. So it's like you're at the next level, I think, with this training, when you can feel like within your swing, you can feel the technical thoughts come in, and you're able to stop them and still stay in your creative brain.
Absolutely. So that's really good right there. Nice. Again, a correlation of the higher your focus was on the hum and distracting yourself from the conscious thought.
Yeah.
The better the result of the pre-programming you just did.
Yep.
Now, it's important that the people that are following you and learning from you and learning from Tony recognize that if you're teaching them to swing a certain way because of the science and the data that you've collected, that's the best of the best, that it's going to be important that what you're teaching them is what they're doing in slow motion, or the corrections for them specifically. Everybody might have different little corrections based on their strengths, weaknesses, okay, body types, et cetera, right? So they can take this information we're handing them tonight, but if they're doing a slow motion of a bad swing and it's not a corrective swing, it could be debilitating, and it can actually do harm too. So people need to know that what's good is good, and it can there's a razor's edge on the other side too. So they gotta be paying attention to what are they putting into their subconscious minds, kind of like garbage in, garbage out sort of thing. You know?
Right, like one of the things we'll be doing in Florida at the school on March 9th and 10th, that you have all your students do, is not only do the slow motion stuff, but I don't think anybody, for the most part, anybody has ever looked at their swing, like not a slow motion of their regular swing, but their swing in slow motion, if you know what I mean. Like do a 25-second version of your golf swing that takes 1 second, and watch yourself. So that's an important part of the learning process too, huh, Andre?
I find that there's a population of people and players that have a hard time even doing it in slow motion.
Okay. They'll like fall off balance, or
just there's a number of reasons why. And for these people that are having challenges doing a full slow motion, well, you can feel it's kind of like a calisthenic. It's kind of
it's a core workout for sure. Yeah. It's
a workout. But beyond that, and beyond being able to feel the stretching that it does for you, that you look at it, I mean, it's overall, it's really good for you, aside from the benefits that you're experiencing. But when we look at what the student is doing with respect to the development, we just got to make sure that they're doing the right thing.
All right, Andre, tell us a little bit. You guys can go to bebettergolf.net/school and learn about this school that we've been talking about, or you can email me at contactbebettergolf@gmail.com. Thanks a lot for the time, Andre.
Thank you, Brendon. Appreciate it. Nice to see you.
Good to see you. I'll talk to you soon. Okay, bye, guys. Bye.
Take care.